syndicated. He's a marketing strategist, author of Ahead of the Curve. Hilary Kramer is with us. Guys, good to see you. I go defend this, Beckel. Defend the Louisiana Purchase, too. Defend $300 million, the moral equivalent of a bribe to get Landrieu's vote. I want to hear. I've been waiting all weekend for your excuse.
Oh, you're in an awful big attack mode this way, because I know you. But you know, in politics, certain things happen.
George Bush sent that hurricane down there. Is that it?
No,
No, George Bush's fault. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right, now, you know what? I'm going to agree with you for probably the first time in the history of this program. Cal, and you be the judge here.
All right.
Bob is right. I, as an average American that works hard, that plays by the rules, I don't understand how government can use $300 million and basically what I believe is the moral equivalent of a bribe a senator for a vote. I don't get it. You're right, Bob. I'm clueless.
If you and I were to give Mary Landrieu or any other public official, say, $10,000, $1,000 in exchange for their vote, we'd both be in prison. That public official would be thrown. Does it with somebody else's money? No problem.
Answer that, Beckel.
I will. Very simple. Sarah Palin got for a bridge to nowhere. Did you make a...
She was against. She didn't get anything for it, Bob. She didn't give anything for it.
What did Mary Landrieu get for it? A new set of clothes?
She got $300 million
for Medicare for her state.
Oh,
Medicaid.
It's not for her. For a bunch.
Do it. I mean, nobody's virginal on this.
Obama was going to fight this. Okay, this was his platform. Was no more lobbyists, and that's what this entire bill has become.
We've waited now 50, almost 60 years. If it takes in Louisiana to get more money, it's well worth it.
Is it a bribe? Is it a bribe to get her vote?
No, it's no more of a bribe than the bridge to nowhere is a bribe. It's politics, but it's politics in a good way.
Isn't this what the American people, Cal, you know what, you go around the country with Bob, and you guys travel, and you see people, aren't they sick of this?
Sean, the only body politic that is disliked more than the judiciary and even the presidency is the Congress. They continue 21%. To score exactly 21%. They don't get it. This is going to kill the Democrats in the next election. Now, the liberals, though, among them, think that this is their time. The 60s is back. The doctrine of the 60s, and they don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't think they even care if some of their members get defeated. This is the age of Aquarius. Get out those tie-dye T-shirts. It's all back. We're going to be smoking.
By this. By
the way, that purple tie looks like
every part of this entire part of it is absurd. We're just going to go into 2,000 pages of again, it's pork barrel spending.
Sanctioned extortion. What is this, The Godfather? I mean, look.
No, but it is. This is what is going on with this bill.
Let me ask all three of you. Since as usual, I'm outnumbered on this show 3-1. It's okay. I can handle it.
Can somebody get me a violin?
Why do you always whine about this? I want the three of you to look at that camera and tell those 33 million people without insurance that's okay. It's okay for you to stay on the streets and not have insurance.
Can I go first? Million people and conservatives support tax credits, portability, tort reform, and the Democrats won't. Excuse me, Cal Thomas.
No, that's right. Look, this is only a down. Senator.
5 or 6 weapon systems came from to get George Bush's war in Iraq.
I'm not for some of those either. Well, some of those ships, some of the F-22, we're both against that.
I have always thought that pork was a bad idea. At some point, however, from those of you who continue to defend the insurance industry, if you want to be in good Republican Party, by the time next election comes around, you don't look like a...
Listen to the prediction. Your Democratic colleagues are walking the plank, and they are all going to be defeated for this vote on this bill. Mark my words.
Thank you, Captain Hook.
Thank you. You're very welcome. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Oh, and by the way, we have a trial, thanks to the anointed one. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed gets the rights of American citizens. We'll get to that. Oh, and Cass Sunstein, by the way, Bob, attacked me.
So, I saw it. I wasn't able to sleep last night.
You know, attacking me. We'll take. We continue now with our great American panel. All right, remember Cass Sunstein? This is a guy that wants to ban hunting and forced sterilizations, and we should all be presumed to be organ donors, et cetera, et cetera. Well, Aaron Klein over at WorldNet Daily has a piece that they just released. Apparently, Cass Sunstein is attacking me for daring to bring up the president's relationship with the unrepentant terrorist Bill Ayers, the guy that he gave speeches with, sat on a board with, started his political career in his home. Is there anything about the Bill Ayers issue that bothers you, the president's friendship with him?
Well, first of all,
palling around with a terrorist?
First of all, I'm an organ donor, except nobody will accept my organs, so they turn me down. That's number one.
I have a really good joke, but I just...
you don't want to go too long. 50. I think you and Ayers ought to get together just to have discussion.
I'd love to sit down with the unrepentant terrorist.
I think the Ayers thing has nothing to do with anything. He's a gutless
coward like every terrorist. Sit down. Let the gutless coward come in the studio.
Oh, and sit down with you. Now, there's an idea. What it would be for Mr. Ayers.
Well, listen, you're the one that said we should get together. Let him come on the program. Ayers and Rice spread
about the growing levels of pornography and trash talk on TV. He won't come on the ways. And for a government official to say this, it was one thing to say it without political power in the 80s, but for somebody
in have Holdren, you got a roof in America painted once, and silence.
That's
with
right.
the new fairness doctrine.
That's right. And Cal's point is the most important one, who was handpicked by him. This is someone who sits up there in the White House.
And there's a good pick. Let me ask you a question. What Sunstein said. I have a word in here. I'm outnumbered 3-1. I've been listening to somebody say something nice about the President of the United States. Oh, get it. Ask you this. If you say on the air, for example, let's say you say, Becco, you were in Cuba last year for 3 months, and it turns out I wasn't in Cuba. Oh. Now, do I not have the right to come and demand a retraction from you on that?
What have I ever that's false?
That's wrong. But I'm just talking about what he has said.
Let me ask you.
You say something that is a fabrication, you find out it's a lie.
Speeches together. The guy in the neighborhood. Would that be an inaccurate statement, or would I be more accurate to say I was a friend of yours?
Well, let me put it this way. I can't afford your neighborhood, so we probably wouldn't have been that close.
Obama will confiscate it all.
The point is he did one fundraiser, and by the way, he was on the Annenberg committee with him. Annenberg had
heard any of these sermons. That's just not credible.
What?
Go back in the dark. That's it. Yeah.
No, look, Obama's losing all credibility. That's why half of America.
This is important. Why do you think America's now turned the corner in terms of his credibility shot?
Absolutely, with his the whole point. There were a lot. What were you saying earlier? Hope about Obama, but now we're just sitting around waiting and being.
And